What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Unless this happens to be your very first time here, then come on in, take a seat. It's so nice to meet you. My name is Abigail. I do musical reactions here on YouTube, all on the first take, completely blind. And I'm so happy to say that we are reacted to more NF. Now, I reacted to, um, so sorry. Why am I blanking on the name? Fear from NF. I think the moment it came out, but then I went out of town. And now I'm back. Just to find out that he actually released two on the same day. I had no idea. But I'm back. I'm here to jump on this as quickly as I can. I am being guided on this journey through NF by mainly my two friends, Randy and Yulita, who are kind enough to let me know which direction to go. And I couldn't react to every single NF song before he dropped the new stuff, but they let me know pretty much the most important ones to do, and I've done those. However, my sis, Yulita, was kind enough to give me a hint and let me know that I should watch NF's intro 3 before reacting to Washed Up, and I just did. I got a good gist of the song of fear trying to take over. In the end, NF digs a grave in the backyard and buries fear. So that's the gist I got of intro 3. So now we are going to react to Washed Up. She wanted me um, to watch that, and I'm very happy I did. I'm sure it's going to make more sense here momentarily. Typically how we do it on this channel is that we'll watch this video twice together. The first watch will have stops and pauses, plenty of stops and stops and pauses, so I can give you my thoughts and commentary. I like to break down as many of the lines as I can, so it may or may not be lengthy, just giving you a heads up. However, if you stick around for the second watch, we'll watch the entire video nonstop all the way through. That's when I'll be taking some notes, and then we'll talk about it after. But with NF's music, I can't. It's UMG. I'm not going to risk playing his music nonstop on my channel just because I've gotten strikes in the past and I don't want to risk it. However, that's what Patreon is for. I have Patreon there to upload my full reactions completely uninterrupted, no fast forwarding, no watermarks or anything. And you get early access to all of my reactions. So if that's something that interests you, please check out my Patreon page. I do truly appreciate your support. Thank you very, very much in advance. Support independent artists, get your merch. I had a sweater as well I forgot to put on today, but I found my hat. Good? Support, support, support. But I digress because we need to dive into this. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this up here. I'm excited. Yeah, let's go ahead and bring it up. Did I check the quality? I did. And see what Washed Up is all about here. Here we go. Oh, piano. Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if I lost the hunger. Where's that kid I used to be when I was on the come up? Where's that drive I used to have before I had the numbers? Where's that take me as I am? I ain't gonna be no puppet.
Interesting. I do have the lyrics pulled up here, by the way, guys. Starting to wonder if I lost the hunger. Where's that kid I used to be when I was on the come up? Okay, so he's already questioning whether he has the same passion he once had when he was younger. So I think that is self doubt, pretty much in its purest form, if I'm honest with you. Looking back at his younger, hungrier self, and maybe he's wondering if he's faded.
The hunger. Where's that kid I used to be when I was on the come up? Where's that drive I used to have before I had the numbers? Where's that take me as I am? I ain't gonna be no puppet. Where's that tell it like it is, don't let the label hush you? Where's that yeah, I know I'm rich, but we gon' keep the budget? Where's that I don't
Calling out the maybe the early authenticity that defined him, right? There's rawness there. He's refusing to be controlled, particularly referring to the labels or the pressure from the industry or anything like that. He's talked about this before, so got it.
Where's that take me as I am? I ain't gonna be no puppet. Where's that
Yeah.
tell it like it is? Don't let the label hush it.
Yeah.
Where's that yeah, I know I'm rich, but we gon' keep the budget. Where's that I don't really care about the radio? If they don't like the song, then don't play it. I ain't changing nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. Where's that person at? You see him tell him I've been hurting bad. You see him tell him that I missed the way we used to rap. And I ain't making music anymore if he don't care enough to have.
Where's that? I don't really care about the radio. If they don't like the song, then don't play it. I ain't changing. Okay. Real music till the day we die, right? That's the slogan. Enough remembers that that when he made music in the past, it really was pretty much with zero fear of approval, right? But now maybe that he's a little bit more famous, we can say, there is a little bit of pressure that's creeping in. I can see that for sure. You see him, tell him I've been hurting bad, tell him that I miss the way we used to rap. That's kind of heartbreaking. You see him. Oh, you see that? Okay, his past self. If you see him, tell him I've been hurting bad. Tell him I miss the way we used to rap. Okay, that almost make me okay, that almost made me cry. I had to read it a couple times because I forget that it's NF speaking to his past self. Almost in a sense like that person moved away. He misses maybe the way his mind used to work, maybe his old creativity, his old freedom maybe before he got this big.
Where's that person at? You see him tell him I've been hurting bad. You see him tell him that I missed the way we used to rap. And I ain't making music anymore if he don't care enough to have my back. Yeah, dropping trash. Wouldn't say that I've been doing that, but I'll be lying through my teeth if I said I don't think my moment passed. Yeah, I think my moment passed.
Oh, I love it when he does that. When NF throws in these layered vocals with it's kind of like an ad lib, but it's like moment past. You know, he likes to emphasize important parts, but it's always in this almost creeping, demonic sounding voice, like in fear, depression. Oh my gosh. Anyway, what did we just say? I ain't making music anymore if you don't care enough to have my back. Wouldn't say that I've been dropping trash, but I'd be lying if I said I don't think my moment passed. That's heartbreaking. But, you know, he's refusing to keep going without authenticity. We know that. That's always been a consistent message with NF. So much so that if he can't be that NF, obviously, the real, raw NF, he'd rather stop. And I think I've always known that from what he's told us, from the messages that he's given us. That part doesn't surprise me. What does surprise me though is the next line. I wouldn't say I've been dropping trash. I'd be lying if I said I don't think my moment passed. That gets me choked up here. I don't think he thinks he's washed up, but I do feel that I do feel that there's a part of him that fears that he is. This whole part so far, I do feel like it's almost a fight between his confidence and his insecurity. It's like the artist in him is terrified that he's already peaked and he's that makes me want to cry because I don't think he's anywhere near that. But as an artist, I think it's natural to at some point have those thoughts. Um, but sorry, let's keep going a little bit more.
I said I don't think my moment passed. Yeah, I think my moment passed. Am I on the brink of something great? Or have I lost it? Am I on the verge of making waves? Or am I washed up?
Okay, guys, this is really difficult for me to do in one go. I've said this multiple times in previous NF reactions because it's honest and I need to tell you. For me, who's a fan, who's a big fan, it is hard for me in one go to take in the meaning of all the lyrics, the visuals, and the instrumentation, which is my favorite part of reactions, especially with NF's amazing music because it encompasses three of my favorite things, which is guitar, piano, and strings. There's the violin right here. Right there. Strings. Okay. So primarily I've just been listening to the message. I'm hardly watching the video because I'm glued to the lyrics and I'm trying to get the message. I just look over to the video, honestly, for like the first time because I'm watching, but I'm not watching. I'm looking, but I'm not watching. And I just noticed that NF, first of all, is in black. So Fear is digging this grave that we presumed to have been dug by NF and White in the past from intro 3, who was confident, right? And now I look over and I see, I'm gonna cry. Mm, NF and White is the one who's actually been um, buried. And here's Fear, NF, perfectly fine, perfectly okay. It looks like he's won. And then I see this image. This is crazy. Okay. But I digress. Let's go back a little bit more. It's hard for me to do all three at once. This is why I react. This is why I watch the video twice, because the first watch is primarily the lyricism and the breakdown. The second watch is going to be all visuals and instrumentation, and then it's hard for me to do all three. Let me go back a little bit and hear the chorus.
On the verge of making waves. Or am I washed up? The small rooms, the intimacy, no feeling like it. Those old shoes, nostalgic, I put my feet inside them. The Lord knew I needed this to survive the violence. The raw truth, I'm nothing without the Father's guidance.
The small rooms, the intimacy, no feeling like it. Okay, maybe reminiscing about some early concerts. I don't know, how he used to perform how everybody performs when you first start up. It's usually a small venue. There's no seats, you just kind of come and watch. Um, However, I think he is saying that that connection was real and intimate, maybe. Um, Maybe he misses the simplicity of it or the purity of it. I don't know. And then he says, those old shoes, nostalgic, where I put my feet inside them. Those old shoes, nostalgic, where I put my feet inside them. Okay. Um, okay, so he longs to step back into the shoes that he used to wear, I guess metaphorically speaking, but maybe in the sense that wearing his old creative shoes, something like that. Maybe that line kind of tripped me up just a little bit. But the Lord knew I needed this to survive the violence. The Lord knew I needed this to survive the violence. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So maybe he needed, well, he's revealing that his music was an escape from most likely a traumatic, what one would assume is a traumatic upbringing. It's like he said this before. It's not like his career was a choice. It was quite literally survival. Cool. Okay. What a message, man.
Needed this to survive the violence.
Yeah.
The raw truth, I'm nothing without the Father's guidance. Who are you? The question that built this whole empire. Your old news, a statement that makes me think retire. The game's new, so eventually we all have to climb it. One wrong move and career is dying.
One wrong move. Career's dying. Who are you? The question that built this whole empire. Okay? Okay. Questioning your identity. Who are you? Okay, your old news. The statement that makes me retire. Interesting. Just criticism. I hear it, but it cuts deep, especially when you're your worst critic, right? Unless, of course, that's the industry telling him that, and a little voice in his ear telling him that he may be irrelevant. So I'm not sure which one. Maybe both. I'm not sure. The game's noose. Eventually, we all have to climb in. Again, describing the music industry as a hanging rope. Maybe success is temporary, and that this decline is just inevitable. This is killing me. One wrong move, and your career's dying before the industry labels you as you're done, you're finished. Oh, okay.
Put my feet inside him. The Lord knew I needed this to survive the violence. The raw truth, I'm nothing without the Father's guidance. Who are you? The question that built this whole empire. Your old news, a statement that makes me think retire. The game's new, so eventually we all have to climb it. One wrong move and career is dying. Yeah.
Woo.
Can I revive it?
The choir.
Check the label gave me, make me uninspired.
Hey.
Am I ignorant to think that I still got the fire? Am I hanging on to something I should say goodbye to? Yeah. Has my time expired? Did my prime already pass, or am I about to find it?
Okay. Okay. So now is this death quite literally bearing fear? My goodness. Um, did that check the label gave me make me uninspired? Am I hanging on to something I should say goodbye to? Did my prime already pass, or am I about to find it? Okay. Wrestling with the fear. Uh, with the fear that success softened him. He feels soft. Did the money dull his hunger? I don't know. I don't know. Am I hanging on to something I should say goodbye to? I don't like that line. Cuz to me that's like that he's questioning if he should just leave music altogether. I don't like that line. Did my prime already pass, or am I about to find it? Yes. Yes. This uh, I can't speak. But he's contemplating. Am I on the way up, or am I on the way down? Got it. There's hope. There's always a little bit of hope. Okay. Go back.
Check the label gave me, make me uninspired. Am I ignorant to think that I still got the fire? Am I hanging on to something I should say goodbye to? Yeah.
God, the way
Has
he
my time
hits.
expired? Did my prime already pass, or am I about to find it? Did my peak already happen, or am I still climbing? Is that passion that I had gone, or am I on the brink of something great? Or have I lost it?
Okay.
Am I on the verge of making waves? Or am I washed up?
Show factor acquired.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Listen, before, no, I'll do it now. I was gonna say before I wrap up, let me just do it now, but I need to do it while it's fresh in my head. Okay? And then we're gonna watch the whole thing nonstop. This was brutal. This was honest, but it was brutal. It's his struggle, I think, with his self-doubt. Like artistically, like the creative self-doubt. I don't know. It sounds like he's mourning his past self, his younger self, and he's wondering if his current success has softened him in some way, made him weak in some way. Sorry, I'm still looking at all the lyrics, but it's like there was a few questions of whether he's peaked, of whether he's fading, of or is the greatness still ahead? You know what I mean? So that's what I mean when I say that there's still just there's a glimmer of hope within all the fear and doubt and struggle and there's still a glimmer of hope. Or is there a possibility that the greatness has yet to come? And that does make me smile because there's a lot of self-doubt in this song. Um, but I do feel like the song has like the perfect balance of just there's some nostalgia there from his past self. There's fear. There's faith as always. There's anxiety. There's it really is just like an emotional storm of just but in the end, he'll he'll take all that rather than risking his authenticity. He's not going to be fake. And unless he can keep being real, he'll keep going. Did I word that right? Um, the only time that I've ever heard him contemplate continuing or not is whether or not his authenticity is on the line. If he can't be real, he'd rather stop. As long as he can keep being authentic, let's go. Let's go get that greatness. Oh my gosh. I just got chills again. So, that is the majority of the gist of I got in one go. I do need to watch this one more time and just glue my eyes to the visuals, and I want to hear the instrumentation as well. So, if you guys don't mind, Patreon, we're for sure, we are going to enjoy this nonstop all the way through. I'm making my screen bigger so I can see everything. Now that I moved the lyrics out of the way. YouTube, I'm so sorry. I'm not going to do it. But if you're watching on YouTube, I will see you in 5 seconds for the final review. Here we go. Oh my God, that flew by. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna go too long with this, guys. That flew by for me. And actually watching it and paying attention to the instrumentation was so interesting. So I'm not gonna get too into the lyrics. I already did that. But I did take some notes here that I actually have to hold up high because if I look down, I see nothing but tears right now. The piano in the song in the beginning, incredible. It's so subtle and almost simplistic, and yet it punches me in the gut. Small little details like when fear NA is digging, just the way that they mounted this is still on, the way that they mounted the camera to the shovel. I think it looked visually that was impactful for me. I think what they did was mount a camera to the shovel itself, and then as he's digging, just for a split second, you see that point of view. It was really cool. I don't know why that stood out to me, but it did. Again, emphasis on the moment past, or something like that. Just the way that he makes it sound so dark and haunting with the post-production on that word again. So then NF and Black, fear. That is, I should just call it fear. That's what it is. It's fear personified. That's what it is. So then fear is in the grave and he picks up the map, which I thought was the map to hope. Correct me on that if I'm wrong. It's the map. And he looks at it and it's fucking blank. There's nothing there. There's not a single thing on that map. And he's still trying to interpret it. And I'm wondering if it's in a mocking kind of way. I don't know. But regardless, here's death. Here's a grim reaper of some sorts. And fear doesn't like that either. So he goes up there and he's trying to fight it. Fails. Because all it takes is one moment to mess up and you're out. And this Grim Reaper gets him, starts dragging him to the grave and buries both of them. Cut to, we're at the door of the mansion, throwing gas on the mansion. Cut to, we're back some and the whole mansion's on fire. Oh my gosh. The cellos that come in on chorus 2, on the second chorus, so beautiful, yet they're very low, all on low strings, I think, and it's just so appropriate for a song that's this deep. Look, I think I got it. I'm so happy that Yulita recommended I watch intro 3 because it makes sense now. NF was so confident back in the day. Bearing deep, but it turns out something changed along the way. That was 8 years ago, intro 3. Something changed and the roles were reversed, and yet Fear still didn't even win. Fear got its ass kicked by the Grim Reaper. And now what? I don't know. There's going to be some more to come. I might take a few days just to process this, but more's to come. Thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you got to watch on Patreon just because I feel like it's so impactful. You know what? I'm going to make this free. on Patreon. Normally it's for paid members, just $5 a month, but I just want you to watch the full reaction. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm too emotional. I was sad, I was crying, I'm happy. I don't know. I'm just so proud of NF and how he can put something together and deliver such a powerful message that always, 10 out of 10 times, always leaves me thinking for days after I react to it. My gosh, he's the only person to affect me that way. So, I digress. Support NF, get your merch, get your sweaters, get what you need. It's cold out there, get a beanie. I'm just saying, support independent artists. And I'm gonna go process this some more. So thank you very, very much for watching. If you enjoyed this reaction, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Mwah! I love you guys. Bye.